Great morning great rising to everybody. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Better believe that. Um, what's up, JD? What's good? Salute to you. Salute to you. I will stay right there. I will put the link in the chat in a few minutes and stuff. So, good morning. Soon to be good afternoon. Now, so salute. Oh, you and your family have a great Saturday. Oh, have a great Saturday. And this is the Grinders 21st Family Talk open panel. Yes, open panel. Oh, like I said, I put the link in the few. Um, hashtag the truth, no one grinder. Let me get these announcements out the way. To my underrated one family. Much blessing to y'all. We keep on seeking the truth and stand on it. Seeking the truth and standing. So salute to my day ones and ones along the way. Thank y'all so much. Very much appreciate. Also, shout out to No Ducks on Podcast. Brother McClain, his wife, and the rest of the brothers and sisters are part of that movement. Shout out to y'all. He was on earlier. And he'll be back on his channel at 2 o'clock today. Okay? Talk about the Boost Ennis fight. But yes, Boost Ennis moving up to 154. Move to 154, so watch out for that. Also, shout out to the Mike LDBC. That's not Lions Den Boxing. I mean, LDBC stands for Lions Den. Hold on, let me see something. Let me be right back. Sorry, I got somebody not the door. Stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. And all that. Shout out to brother 70 Sports TV and the rest of the brothers is there. You can hear me, press 1. You can hear me, press 1. Brother Time in the building. So to you. Yeah. Family reunion, yeah. But I have to say this. I understand R&B, but they're one of the greatest group ever. Also, they have almost much as pop hits than R&B hits. They was well-rounded team. Well-rounded group. Thank you, JD. They were down. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to come up, let's talk. You know? Matter of fact, that's one of my favorite songs, too. That's one of my favorite songs. I offered the LP, too, back in 1975. From the sounds of Philadelphia, you know, from Gamble Hub, Kenneth Gamble, Leon Hub. I forgot Kenneth Gamble Muslim name. Sorry about that, y'all. He became Muslim back in the 80s. But before I continue, I mean, everything OJ put out back in the 70s is fire. But I want y'all. Yeah. That was late. That was late in the 70s. Yeah. Money. Oh yeah. Money. Yeah. That came out from some Ships Ahoy LP back in 73. Now I'm not saying Backstabbers in 72 were fire. It was fire. Let me say that the whole LP is fire. But I'd say this for me of the OJs. The Ships Ahoy LP back in 73. I like Survival too. Survival is back in 75. That was fun. So I'm gonna throw Survival in too. Because they always had two LPs in 75. They had Survival and Family Reunion. But I said for me, like I said, Backstab, forget it. Yo. One of the classes. That's it. So we gonna leave that out the way. But I said for me, Ships Ahoy, from top to bottom, the 73, Ships Ahoy, that's back in 73. Yeah, Koenigsegg, definitely. I'm with you, but I mean, for me, for the OJs, Ships Ahoy back in 73, the whole LP, because 74, they did a live in London, so we ain't gonna count that. That was a bang one too. So, but that we ain't gonna. They did some 60s stuff back there too, some live and all that. That's some of the late 60s stuff, and some of the stuff filled up international, you know, and Bluestones, yeah, and Ships Ahoy 73. I would throw Survival in it because Survival got some stuff on it. Survival back in 75, the whole LP, and also Family Reunion. Both of them, like the Survival is 75, Family Reunion 75, both LPs, and Message to Our Music is 76. Fire. I'm talking about top to bottom. I tell people, listen, the LPs that I mentioned, listen from top to bottom. There's Bluestones, yeah. Yeah, that's some great groups, yeah. So anybody wants to come? Yeah, Larry Graham, Major Harris, yeah. But see, the group that you mentioned, Tom, they was not making like R&B. They making pop too, like the Whispers. Everybody, we talk about the Whispers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. JD, you want to come up? You can. The link is in the chat. There's a song that the Whistles came out back in '64 in Los Angeles, California. There's a song they made in 1970. I couldn't be right. Y'all gotta listen to that song. I believe it was a hit, a regional hit, but that song. That's what they don't do, JD. See, that's what I'm talking about. The LPs and the OJ. I'm not talking about what y'all mentioned. Oh yeah, we gotta put them in there, but I'm just sticking with the OJs now. Oh yeah, y'all listen to those LPs, you be like, okay, and yeah, you know what? I'm talking about as us as African descent. Woo, LTD, right? Yeah, they ain't great group, but I'm thinking about brother Tom like social music, not real or feel good music. That's why the OJs don't get the credit they do because they can say anything. Cause when they were coming up, D Love, how you doing? Welcome, sis. Thanks for coming. But you know, when they say them songs, I love to feel good. Like there's a song by a higher place that I want to be free. That was like closest to the social song that that the high place made. And so I was always into social, songs, even back when I was very young. So that's like one of my favorite genre of music. Genre is the sounds of Philadelphia because it resonated with me. And everybody thought that Sounds of Philadelphia came out like maybe in the '70s. No, they came out in the '60s. But Philadelphia always had a long turn of R&B music and pop anyway, even go back decades. New Yorker stuff, but it's just that the late great Tom Bell and Gamble Hub, they just took it, and others, they just stop talking about the sounds of Philadelphia now. They just took it to the next level. Thank you, brother Tom. Always a pleasure. You come here. They just took it to the next level, and they were one of the few ones that came out with MFSB. That's back in 1971, and then they was out there for 10 years. But it was different lineup. You know, the original lineup. They went to also with the late great Vincent Montana Jr. He passed away, I think in 2012. He was 80 some years old. He played the vibes. So most of them, the original lineup, they went to South Soul. I believe back in '74. I think they were still Philadelphia International because they did a I mean MFSB. I'm talking about the original lineup. They did their last LP. I'm talking about the original lineup back in, I forgot the LP, back in '76. And so, but I think that they was already South Soul. We don't have to talk about South Soul. South Soul took it to the next level too. But doing when I get back to the sounds of Philadelphia, some members of MFSB, they were excellent. They were excellent musicians. Also, they were excellent songwriters arrangers, conductors, and stuff. So, also MFSB was voted in they was inducted a Music Hall of Fame, I believe, back in 2016, 17, like that. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. Detroit, yeah. Yeah, I mentioned him, but I just, so, but I always a big fan of Sounds of Philadelphia. Ever since I was very, very little. And then when I got a little older, learned to appreciate what they bring to the table. I'm not saying I didn't respect the others, they did, what I'm saying. But even like if we talk about Earth, Wind, Fire, everybody thought Earth, Wind, Fire came out like, like in the 70s. They was formed, the late great Maurice Whitewood, they was formed, I believe, in 67. And I think they did make some records. But I'm not sure. But I know they came out with an LP in 1970. And so between 1970, I said, to 73, they went to two different record labels. And in the 74, I think I said 73. But the world goes at 74. They just took off and stuff. But yeah, but back then, if you go early stuff would sound very, very funky, in the 70s stuff. Sweet Badass. If y'all remember the late great Melvin Bad Peoples. The late great Melvin Bad Peoples. When he made Sweet Badass. I want you to look him up and do stuff, because he one of the few elders that stand up for us as a people. And a lot of people don't know this, that Earth, Wind, and Fire had wrote that soundtrack for Sweet Badass back in 1970. Yeah. But I know, throughout like the early part of the 70s, they did a few um they went to a few lineup changes. And also it was actually told back then they was already in the group, but they wasn't playing on that month. They playing with certain tracks. So I don't know. I don't know about that part. I heard that throughout the years that they was already there. Well, the guy bound with Charlie Wilson, yeah, they come out there. A lot of people be thinking, you know, the Gap Band came out 73, 74, something like that. They had some good songs back then, but a lot of people understand. But in the 70s, it was competitive though. But as we already know, when we start going toward the end of the 70s, you know what the Gap Band done. So rest is history at the Gap Band. But you gotta understand, now people don't understand. When you got some of these groups, who've been out in the 70s, you gotta understand. Thank you, Sister Dila. I see, a lot of people don't understand this, that some of these groups sometimes been out like 7, 8 years before, and they was making LPs, but the records back then, for them was not hitting until later on. I give you case in point, right? The Spinners, right? They came out with a top 10 hit in 1961, right? The late great Tom Bell, he was playing piano. Guys, I mentioned him. He's one of the instrumentals that took Sounds of Philadelphia to the next level with Gamble and Huff. He was playing piano at Uptown Theater in Philadelphia. Right? This is back 61. And he was talking about that they hit the certain 13th note. I don't know. So I'm just going by, hit the certain 13th note that he said he never had any group hit that. And so at that time, Tom Bell was making he was down with Romeos. That's like in Philadelphia. I think it was him, Gamble and Huff, and somebody else, but it was short lived. So what happened was Tom Bell, he went to college. So he went to college to be he wanted to do more music, be a more arranger, songwriter, and stuff. So that's when Gamble and Huff was formed. You know, going to 64, 65 to make sure in the elevator. You know, if people don't know, you go to the store, you'll pull it up, and then they started right. Now we talk about the Intruders. Now the Intruders, everybody, the Intruders came out 66. No, they came out early. They was out being 5 or 6, I think 4 or 5 years before that. They were doing some regional hits, but regional hits, you know, they was all right, you know. So that's when the Cowboys and Girls. I'm not saying that Gamble and Huff didn't have other groups. They did have other groups, but it was really, but Gamble and Huff, you know, that you know took the Intruders to the next level. And Cowboys and Girls back in '66. That's when the year I was born. So I looked that up. So then, you know, and you know, so I just want to give I just want to give you a little history, you know. But let it be known, and also we never really talk about the Isley brothers too. We got to talk about the Isley brothers too. Here's a link. Anybody want to come up? We don't talk about the Isley brothers. Talk about LaBelle came out in the early 60s. They would lasted like maybe in the mid 70s. You know, don't talk about them. The Shirelles, they didn't last all that long, but they made a profound. The Crystals and a profound, you know. Thank you. You know, so see over here, we talk about everything. Pointer Sisters, yeah. Pointer Sisters came out in the 60s. I really don't know. The Pointer Sisters came out in the 60s. Yep. Everybody knew them in the 70s. Pointer Sisters came out in the 60s. They make some noise in the 60s too. But the record label back then, they was not pushing. Oh. Taste Some Honey. Yeah, Taste Some Honey. No. You know, Isley Brothers is one of the first groups that made 2 iconic records that really resonate. Baby, I Want to Shop back in 59. Did they produce it? That they produced that's back in 59. And Twist and Shout back in 2. You know, they came, you know, so they made 2 iconic records that still stand for today. You got brother JD in the building.
What up? What up? Salute.
Salute, man. I ain't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute.
You look like a professor. I got my papers ready.
Nah, you good, fam.
Long time no see, brother. How you doing?
Man, it's been a minute, man. I've been meaning to get over here, man, but you know how it is. Married, kids,
Hey, look,
and
forth. Brother. Ain't nothing. That's a good thing, bro. We need to talk more about that. We do.
Yeah.
That the black man, the black woman do work together and they keep their family together despite you need nonsense with kids and everything. How you raise your kids right. That's what people understand that.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny we having this conversation because growing up, music was a key element to bringing the family unit together. Like,
yes,
like truth be told, if you were a kid coming up and like you said, you was born in the 60s, I was raised in the 70s. Saturday, that TV went off and those records or 8-track or reel to reel, let's keep it a buck. That's what you heard. And you saw the introduction of how your daddy would court your mother even after they've been married. You see how they'll play their favorite song. Now, it's a running joke that I personally say, and you mentioned the Isley Brothers, but fam, I have to admit, I think I was conceived off the Isley Brothers because that's all my dad played. Like if they was in a bad mood, my dad would put on that Isley Brothers. He'd go out in that front yard, cut the grass. Record still be playing. She might be cleaning in the kitchen. She'll give him his glass of sweet tea and stuff like that. But I'm just setting the atmosphere because the music was an intricate part of the family dynamic. And here's the thing, the shelf life is still relevant till to this day. That's how you know you got music. I ain't talking about a track. Everybody puts out tracks now. 1 minute shelf life is garbage. I'm sorry. That's just how
we was raised. But see, this is the thing, right? Jay, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, you go ahead.
Good, fam.
I'll wait.
No. So I'll say this and let you ride with it because I know I said a lot, but music is one of the most intricate tools, particularly of us, because our music recognized and resonated what we were going through, and only we knew what they were talking about based upon our real life experiences, and they were actually able to put it out there, and we could play it over and over and over again. Go ahead, fam.
No, I mean, go more on your point, right? There's like, and I don't want people to say, yo, the only drip, sounds filled up. No, I'm just telling, that's my favorite. That's my preference. When I was a little boy. You hear what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I have no respect for Motown because see, I was born in 66. So I started to get to know Motown in my preteen years, had a better appreciation. But
right.
But for me, it sounds Philadelphia, Chicago soul. Let's say Chicago pop. Because every time they mention soul, they're trying to say that we don't know how to make pop records. So they always say called soul producers. Nah. They just straight up producers. And so I would, I ain't said that I'm talking about my mother's side of the family, my late mother. But let me explain. Let me give people a history of my late mother was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, as I was.
Salute to Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay. Salute to Brooklyn. Salute to BK, New York. My late father's from Georgia. So I always around. I'm not talking about, I was around people playing music instruments. No. When I'm talking about, I was around music all the time. So it was like kind of like make me see the world as it is when I was very early. And when I was hearing about like Jerry Butler, who was with the Precious, when he did Precious Love back in the late 50s, you know what I'm saying? That resonate with me. And then we already know Curtis Mayfield and the Press how they was formed. A lot of people don't know that it was really 5. One dropped off. Then with Jerry Butler, it was Jerry Butler. It was 4. And so when Jerry Butler made his move in the early 60s, then it was 3. Because they used to call Curtis Mayfield the Impressions, but they called the Impressions. They had some, they had some hits, back in the early 60s. But we know back in 63 on, they kept running. But they was making songs. Everybody thought that it was like, it's for black people. No, it was like for people, to everybody. And so I had a great appreciation of that. So get back to the sounds of Philadelphia. There's a song that Gamble Huff wrote. There's this group named, oh my God, they were short-lived. They made the song Wonder Why back in 71. What's the name of that doggone group? Oh my God. When it comes to mind, they made this song. What's the name of the song? Oh, well, when it comes to it, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But it resonated with me because it talks about, for me, us as black people, how they, especially then I got another thing, how they view us as black men.
Right.
They made the song I Believe.
Mm.
And so it's like every time I listen to it, sometimes I have to do like this. One time I was setting up my live. I'll never forget this, like a few years ago. I was hearing that when I set my live, I did like this, bro. I couldn't because I broke down because it resonated with me.
Yeah.
That the things how it is right now. I'm not saying we didn't make no progress. I want people to understand we did make some progress, but there are still things that's happening. And even as a little boy, when I was in the 70s, I was still seeing it. You know, so the thing about that, and also it was another song. It was a song by the Temptations. It's come from the LP Puzzle People. The Message to a Black Man. Don't listen to the short version. There's two versions. Listen to the 6-minute one. Now I'm talking about us as a people, especially black men. If you want to get it's funky. I think that's one of the funkiest things the Temptations made at the time. I'm just saying, but there's also but see we have pop hits that was resonated too, and so Scorpio Mama, thanks for coming. You know, so
the other thing too, when you're talking about pop hits, a lot of those pop hits were taken from us because here's the thing, and this is just more the business aspect. And I mean, we saw instances of that in, I think, what was it, the 5 Heartbeats? Which one was that where it was one of those, it was either one of the Motown movies, but basically it was an interpretation of how we would come up with a pop record, but the record company saw it fit that this was not a good look, but they would give it to a palm colored group, and then it'll be a pop record. You get what I'm saying? And we won't any type of recognition, royalties, percentage, any of that, right? And I a lot of times when we made our records and when we performed, we gave it our all. That was the other thing, because we wanted to make a stamp in the performance. And here's the other thing too. People could sing back then. They actually had talent. Like if you asked them to sing right there on the spot, they would sing flat-footed, you know, all of that talent, passion, because it was more than just a record contract. It was like, hey, this is my art form. I'm a part of this group, and we're going to be the best. That's why you had so much talent back then. And not saying that there's not any talent now, not saying that, because there are some talented people. It's just that what's being pushed, it is, you know, for lack of a better word, I saw, and I don't mean to, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but
you good.
Yeah, I worked in a record store, and I'm saying record store because we sold vinyl, we sold 12 inches, you know, singles with the longer story, the B-side. You get what I'm saying? We sold 45s. All right. So that ought to tell you something right there. But also, I was there when the tapes and the CDs were there, when the CDs finally came into place. So looking at all of the and we can't forget gospel too as well, because a lot of the singers came from church. You know, they were groomed in church. Anybody know anything about church? You know, it low key, it's a competition. And nobody want to admit it, but you know, you had your Mahalia Jacksons, you had you had the blues too as well. So if you look at that whole thing, I've seen the transition from going from vinyl to tape to CD, then it went digital. When it went digital, that's when the record store closed, but also that's when the quality of music changed. And that's when everything went from a 6-minute song, 7-minute song on the average, because when that happened, songs went to like 3 minutes immediately once it went to digital, because everybody's attention span changed and it was force fed. It made you change. It was a time when you heard a song, it would ride out. You would ride out the beat. And a lot of times the artist would come back in 5 minutes later on with another chorus or some ad libs to make the song even better back then. And these are on 45s and on vinyl. So you got your money's worth, in my opinion, back then. And even though it costs less, but you got more time, you got a better presented package, you got a more complete song. And I'm just talking about the song. We ain't talking about the album, because the album within itself, it was so good you had to listen to every track. Now we had the luxury of just picking out that one track and that's all we want to hear without actually hearing the actual artist. And that's the major difference between the listener now versus then. We had no choice but to listen to the whole album to get its complete meaning, vision, as well as the you know, the passion of how people actually put their talent into these places, man. So, you know, shout out to that, man. I'm getting a lesson just listening to you, because some of the stuff in the 60s I didn't know. Now the Philly era, I love the Philly era, because it was a time where everybody was on Motown. When Philly came out, Philly was no joke. Well, it's not was, it still is no joke in terms of R&B. The talent that came out of there. One of my favorite artists, this is just me, it's always been Donny Hathaway. Always. And Donnie's catalog, and I mean, I hate he was going too soon. But I will say this, you know, you get a good feeling when you hear his daughter now when she sings. Like there still is hope for people that actually can sing flat-footed, and her voice is crazy.
You know, you talk about Donny Hathaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say this, right? Now people know Donny Hathaway, and you know we lost Roberta Flack a few years ago. That hurt me too. And they was like, man, they matched. But get back to Donny Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
When he made the song, the early 70s stuff, we ain't gonna talk about that, because Donny Hathaway did his thing. Also, he wrote for other people too, wrote for hits too. For other people that they don't want to talk about that. But when he made that song, "Someday We All Be Free." Now that's from the LP extension to the Man of a Man, something like that, in '74. I'm not saying the rest of his stuff was great. It was, to me. When I listened to that song, like it was to my people, and I remember, and I know people say, "How you little and you remember stuff?" I said, when things resonate with you, would it have a social profile as a kid, right?
Right.
It sticks with you.
Yeah.
It sticks with you. No matter you're a man or woman, it sticks with you. So when people say, "Oh, you know, well, you know, if you don't pay attention of your well-being, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you." Now, I don't mean, but I remember, I'll never forget, because I was in special ed. I was part of the special ed community, right?
Right.
So it was this lady, I'm not gonna say her name, racist. She was racist. She was feminine. She was all that, right?
Right.
Now I'm gonna talk about that in the near future. I'll probably touch on it a little bit, but she said there's a song that you want to do a book report on.
Mm-hmm.
I did Stitch on the Man.
What?
I did. Then you get double points. You did like you have a collaborative, got to be a man and woman.
Right.
You know I have to pick Donnie Hathaway, the Lakers, Donnie Hathaway, and Roberta Flack. Now, I want people to understand this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, believe in God and stuff. I still believe in God. I'm just saying, right?
Right.
Okay. Now that's during the time that they want you to stand up for the flag when you're in school. They can stand up, but I ain't doing none of that. So that's another story. But they call my parents, my late parents. Oh, your son heard about this. So you know, mother is caring. You hear what I'm saying? She's gonna look out for son the nourishment part. Maybe I ain't changed nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. This one I love.
Right. Right.
Resonate with me, right?
Right.
So my father came there. So mom said, "Well, that's how you feel. How you feel? Well, what's wrong?" Because she was a big Roberta Flack fan too.
Right.
I was Donnie Hathaway fan. Both were right. They said, "Is it possible?" No, I'm not. I don't feel that. They said, "Is it possible you do Billie Holiday?" You know you don't want me to write about Billie Holiday. You know you don't want me to do that. Do you really want me to write Billie Holiday? You don't want it. You gotta say. And so see again, I want people to understand this. Be around with the Black Panther Party, right? When I was very little, they teach us how to think, how the system is, how they trying to play games on the riddles, sentences, and all that. So I learned from that when I was very, very young. I said, you know, you don't want to write about Holiday. Oh, he disrespected me. My father said, you speak to him, let him speak. You know you don't want to be Holiday. So they said what you write about the Carpenters? I know about the Carpenters, but it don't resonate me.
Right. Right.
Do they make great music? Yeah. But it didn't resonate with me. So you try and say that I said, so you saying you don't want to write nothing that interested me. I did like the interest in me.
Right. Right.
That's what my parents taught me.
Yeah.
And indirectly, directly, my parents religious, you know, that I mean not really they were Jehovah's Witness, but they understood it. They understand. So I said, well, this is what you want to write. So what's wrong with that? I said, oh, they said nothing wrong.
Right. Just what resonates with you.
It resonated with me, and I ain't starting to so
yeah.
Sister was on tonight. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And so I said all through my life, right? I'm talking about music. I'm talking no. But I'm talking about how I write. Oh, you know, I ain't talking about women. What are you talking about? Pack women. What are you talking about? I said, I know why. So again, when you be around the Black Panthers or other Black groups, they teach you how to think. They teach you how to think for how the system trying to make us. They teach you, you got to know the laws that's going on to combat against them. I said, oh, I said, you want me to write about, you want to be within the form of action that your white woman have benefited, right? Now I'm talking like this when I was 8, because I knew. I studied. Oh, we got a good one. Oh, my mom said, no, well.
You got to deal with it.
I said, my mom said, well, you know. I said, look. Oh, I see. You know, they had laws that, you know, the black man could not be in the house. Because they trying to do it to my father. I said, I ain't leaving the house. This is my family. Come on, though. And then, but, I said, but when it comes to y'all, right? You don't force that man out the house. And I said, I wonder why. And I was told like I was 8. I wonder why. They said, how did he know what this? And so we teach our son to be respectable, but tell the truth. Stand up for the truth. Now, if it get too thick, and as grown people as grown, then we come in. So so my late father said, what am my son doing wrong? So you trying to make him that he's not? No. So my mother understood, said, nah. Yeah, they weren't invited to come and say, well. So I had a principal, and the principal was white. White man, Jewish. Now I ain't gonna say nothing about him, prick. Try to make believe that you love it, but you didn't. I said it, and it's true, and it still is right now. And so I looked and said, maybe I said, I ain't maybe nothing. I ain't doing it. So I had my parents behind me. And understand this time, right? The school that I went to, right? It was also Black Panthers was at that time, they were still circulating, let's say like that. They came to school too, because they knew my late mother and father. Because they used to come to the school, make sure that we good and everything, protection and stuff, because it was actually teachers was really harassing us. Especially, I'm not saying grade school, they wasn't harassing people in grade school, kids grade, because they were doing that too, but they were really harassing us in special ed too, really more. And so I stand up to that. So music, but oh yeah, before I continue, it's the Ebonies. I know the reason why. They made in 71. There was a big hit. Then they had that other records. It's the Ebonies.
The Ebonies, EBONIES.
Yeah, the Ebonies. Okay. Gamma Hub, they're part of Philadelphia International.
Okay. I haven't heard of them. Let me write that down.
Yeah, the Ebonies. Right. Also, they're part of Gamma Hub first record label, the Mermaids. That's back in the late 60s. I'm giving you some history, man. No thing. We talk about everything, so the Ebonies, you look them up.
All right.
They made the song You're the Reason Why. This back in 71. Now I believe that was like maybe by Mermaid Records, they record label. But I don't know. They had an LP back then. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I know that song appeared on the Ebonies back in 73.
And they're part of Philly, right?
Yeah, Philadelphia International Records.
Okay.
Gamma Hub, the Ebonies.
All right.
They come out. They from Jersey.
All right, I got it.
I believe they from the same town of Leon Huff, one half of the Gamma Hub. I think they're from the same town he from. Camden, New Jersey.
I'll tell you one thing, fam. Like one thing I really love about working in that record store. Sorry, my cat wanna cut up. Should be all right. So working in a record store, you'll be surprised who may come in there, right? And they'll actually, like how you giving me a lesson, that's how I learned, because if you get around the right people, they'll guide you into certain avenues. Okay, this is when this happened. This is when this happened. Give you the timeline. So I really do appreciate you giving me some knowledge on this, man, and definitely, that way I can pass it on to my kids, because I got an 8 and a 4-year-old, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like my wife got me like a little record player, right? And the very first album we played was Al Green.
Oh,
and my kids love it. Love it. They're 8 and 4 now, so we got that about a year ago. So 3 and 7, and if I fire that record player up, they want to dance. You know, they ain't worried about no iPad. They ain't worried about no electronic devices. They just hearing that music in its natural form album, and they love it. So don't deny the power of music, especially good music. Let's say that. Don't give your children and give your family the complete experience. That's all I gotta say, fam.
You know what I think, and you know I learned it, and I mean it's a reminder of you too, brother JD.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that we need to get back to,
What's that?
and I know it's impossible. We got to get back to listen to good music. I'm talking about grown folks.
Yeah.
Have sound minded hits so they can hear it. Sit down, talk to them, break bread with them.
Yeah.
You know, gotta give them rules. And look, put the phones down.
Mm-hmm.
When there's some good music,
Mm-hmm.
what do you hear? Give them the social connection of
Yeah.
it. And I think that we should make it as a project.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, I'm gonna add on to that. If you give them the music, it gives them a better way to understand the timeline about us socially, economically. You know, when you hear certain things, when you get that timeline, you'll get the truth, because a lot of times if you have old records, and I mean I'm talking about like records of your family lineage and where we came from, you can break down those songs according to certain events,
Mm-hmm.
because even if you look at the 50s and the 30s, the 20s, if you will, even if we did not have records or the radio back then, we still had a voice. We still would clap
Mm-hmm.
our hands. We would sing a certain lyric that grandmama or great grandmama was saying. You're like, Grandma, where'd that come from? Oh, this came from such and such, from
Mm-hmm.
when I used to live here. And let me tell you about your folks. See, that's what needs to be passed down. The history, the song, the fact that even sometimes people have records, not records that you play, but I'm talking about like that old book that's in your family heirlooms that kind of gives you a breakdown of your family tree, or old pictures of great great grandparents. See, some of those things, it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
It all breaks down what we were going through. It's like a time capsule. Music is just one of the very most influential things that we can all resonate with, but it's part of that time capsule for us.
Yeah, it is. And also, there's another song you can write down. Let the dollar circulate. By the late great Billy Paul. Let the dollar circulate. Woo! Right. Then let me see. Now I'm gonna get out the sounds of Philadelphia. Um. Then you got the late great Marvin Gaye. A lot of people don't know that he did the soundtrack of Trouble Man back in '72.
Man,
Wrote
we ain't
it,
gonna
produced it, arranged it.
man, it's
Trouble Man.
yeah, trouble, man. That's
Woo!
man, we ain't gonna talk about Marvin.
And everybody talk about his singing.
Oh, Marvin was
Marvin
I
was ahead of his time. And
yeah.
I'm gonna say this though too. Like the earlier Motown hits, y'all, he played drums, bass, guitar, piano, keyboard, and all that. Go. Y'all don't believe me? Go look it up yourself.
Yeah, Marvin was that. Marvin is that dude. I ain't gonna say was.
That dude, man. I
Mhm.
mean, come on, let's be honest here, right? When we know he had trouble, right?
Right.
When he came out with this LP, I forgot the name of his LP because Motown said you gotta write the LP, help pay your child support, right? But
Mhm.
just listen to that alone, right? Then went to exile overseas and everything. They called to him, right? Then he was making LPs at 80, 81, 80, 81. Then he come out in 82 with the banger. Come on. You will never hear see nothing like that.
Nah, not ever.
He produced it. He practically wrote, helped arrange it, remix it. I say this: if he would never pass of April 1st, 1984. I was going on 18 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard about it, right? I was
9 years old.
I was in high school. Said Marvin Gaye passed away. His father shot him. Like,
yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing
I
that.
like this. Like, nah. Marvin Gaye was coming out with something. No. I was here. He was like, yeah, I'm coming out with something. You know, because I remember he heard Just Like Music.
Yeah,
I heard it.
Yeah.
Everybody said, you heard every sermon? No. I heard it years before that. He was coming, y'all coming Just Like Music and stuff like that. Y'all gonna like it and everything. I'm gonna throw some soul. And then he said, I'm gonna do some music, do some love song that had little, you know, he was excited. I got something for the people. I got, you know, he was excited. Don't worry, I'm coming. I remember I forgot what it was. Whatever he said, I know you miss me. I got something. And so when his father shot, right? There was a lot of stuff talking about he was high. It was a lot of stuff, but also I did some digging, right? Okay. His father always jealous of him. These are facts. And then there was some talking that his father was hitting his mom's. Mom had to get him out of that. So when they said that the father, he tired of Marvin putting his hands on him, he had to shoot him. So this is what I'm saying, like this though. Now we talking about money insurance though, right? We know Papa Gay, you always jealous of your son. These are facts. So when Marvin shot him and everything, y'all didn't go after the father? Y'all think he good? Or we gonna dismiss other cases?
That was right. The case was kind of, it was like, and here it is. I'm 9 years old at the time. Right. So I was just like, you know, if someone deletes someone else, someone going to jail, right?
Right.
He never go, did he?
No.
They
say because Marvin promoted. How Marvin get promoted? You shot his phone. So this is what I'm saying is this. Now we gonna set a legend, right? Mm-hmm. It was now a legend that at that time that Marvin Gaye scene was putting hands on the monks. At that time. So this is what I'm saying. Marvin Gaye gone. You put him out there that he was this and that, right? The father ain't go to jail. He begged me and shot them. But he give you everything you want. All of a sudden your life was threatened. No, he couldn't defend them. You got white people defending the black man. Now I'm talking as 18-year-old. I want people to understand what I just talked about, even years, what happened to me. I want you to understand what I'm saying. Oh, that's what it is, though? Really? Y'all defend us now? Another black man, now you care? Y'all don't know. Y'all all of a sudden, did Marvin Gaye estate was the fight? They fight on Marvin Gaye estate. Not talking the unreleased album he had, it was ready for 85. Yeah, he's putting it out.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the mother ain't saying nothing about it. You look at her face. I say for me, right? I learned this from my late father, brother Julie. He said, listen, sometimes you gotta make sure when you see things what it is.
That's true.
And when I see that, when I was going on, so I was 17, going on 18, and it sit with me right. And to this day, it's sitting me right.
Daggone.
No, Polo, let's go. It's good. Thanks for coming. And so, everybody get a piece of Marvin Gaye estate. Yeah, we don't understand Marvin Gaye was on drugs on like that. Okay, we understand it. Okay, but he trying to make amends of that and everything. But y'all keep on stealing throughout the years. Motown, y'all ain't really get into it and everything like that. Then Donna Russell, I'm missing you. Feel like a world turn.
Yeah, that is right. She did put out that song.
But you put it after he passed. It didn't rock with me. It didn't feel right with me. That Marvin Gaye brought millions to y'all. The only one was saying something about it was Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder was hurt because
that was like, yeah, I got you.
That was Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people. We get people at see at that time. Let me go into the 60s, go in the early 70s. Motown, it was singers back then. What you're supposed to ask to produce your own records and write for your own. It was very unheard of at that time. So when Marvin Gaye stepped to them, but let me get one thing. Marvin Gaye was writing already, but it was not counted.
Okay, I got you. I see what you going.
He wrote some stuff. You got to go deep into. He wrote. I said, Marvin Gaye wrote that. Well, anyway, right? Talking about Vietnam War, God, like God is my friend and stuff like that. Everybody thought it came out 71. He wrote that like in 68. Some of the songs he wrote 68, 69 was instrument, in 71. But it was 2 or 3 songs. And so Stevie Wonder seen it. Because now that's what now Stevie Wonder like, yeah, I want to write my own record too. You know what I mean? It was a social calling. So, they would say no, but they kept on persisting, and they was making hits already. So now you see Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye. They was like the first ones. I'm talking about Motown was producing, writing, arranging their own stuff. Look at Stevie Wonder did Sons of Keys of Life. I mean, I'm talking about old stuff. I mean, old stuff before then was good. Man, I mean, like I said, from like 71. I mean, I'm like 70. I like his 70 LP. I forgot the name of it because there's one song when it comes to my mind, it reminds me. Because now I'm opening it up now. I don't mind. It opened up my strange relationship with my late grandmother.
Okay.
And every time I hear that, it's like, well, the song was talking about whatever he's trying to do, it wasn't good enough for his mother. And it's like, I'm going to go and look it up, and I would tell y'all, but I would say this, that I would not recommend, if you'll pay attention here, I would recommend it, hear it personally for yourself later on. Because when you hear that, it was like, because even sometimes when they play, even like sometimes I hear it, It was like close to 5 minutes, right? I brother, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Even to this day, being 59. I said, you know, you have, I mean, and then we got to understand this. Stevie was 20 at the time. He was 20 at the time. This is during the time he was fighting for his independence now. I'm talking about songwriting, producing and stuff like that. He was fighting, okay, with Marvin Gaye as a young man. Now, he did come out with LP 69. He wrote something, you know, with someone, but, you know, so I'm just saying that, like you said, that so when you listen to songs that do plays a vital role in your life, it's very true. But see, we talk like this, brother. How many people? I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. How many people really to come over here really to engage? Sad thing about talking about us other people, not many. They don't want to. They don't want to. They don't want to, and it's sad.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's sad, but then they want to ask you, well, where's the community? Where is the networking? Where's the emphatical information that I need? You know, and believe it or not, it's through these types of discussions, because all it is just putting. If you look at life, you're just putting the pieces in the right place. They're all been distorted and been pushed all over the place. You know, this is a dope chop up, bro. Definitely a dope chop up, man. But I hate to cut it short. My daughter's upstairs. I got to make sure she's straight. But Grinda, man, I'll be listening in the background, bro. I appreciate you having me here, man.
Oh, JD, can I ask you a question before you leave?
Yeah.
Can I do a chop up with you on my channel? I was explain to you quick before you go. A chop is not an interview, right? We interaction with each other. You still be the main guest,
right?
You the main guest, but I want you to ask questions about me too.
Okay,
it's an interaction.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me
I'm gonna put my email in the chat. So you
okay, that's right. Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, definitely what I need. Okay, got you. I'm sending you something right now. Hold on.
And you know, cause a lot of people don't know. Me and JD know each other for a minute. That's family right there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, JD, hold on, JD, man. I don't think, man. Let's see.
I'm gonna put my math in it too as well. So give me a second.
Got you.
All right, sending you something.
And before you leave, put something in the chat. I want you to put something in the chat for me before you leave. See, people want people to understand. We gotta have these talks, family. We gotta have these talks. And I know that I ain't talking about the ones in the chat, I'm talking about the ones outside. I know it's those it is boring. It's not boring. You gotta have these chat. We gotta have these. We you know, if you want more, you gotta ask for it.
All right, just sent you your email. Just hit you up.
Okay, hold on.
Oh man, appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought they had you down. Yeah. In case any fools want to act stupid, get them out of
there. Yeah, that part too.
But you've been part of the fam for a long. A lot of people don't know. Me and JD know each other for a minute.
Yeah.
We go back. So he's family. He's solid. So when's a good time when we reach out to you, brother?
So I gotta make some money today and tomorrow. Anytime after about 4 o'clock to tomorrow. But like if you need to reach out to me before then, Just hit me up like about after 9:30 my time because I'm in Texas.
Oh, you in Texas, so it's like 9:30, be 6:30 for you, right?
So right now it's going on 1 o'clock because you're in New York. So it's almost 12 o'clock here. So we 1 hour behind Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Well, we 1 hour,
Oh,
that
so you in
difference.
Central Time, right?
Yeah, I'm on Central.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I already sent it to you.
Okay.
I see my math.
All right, got you. Appreciate that, fam. Look, man, keep doing your thing, keep grinding. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little lady straight. It's Saturday. She got all that energy. Yeah, I got you. I see you. I got it. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna lock you in now.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you can reach out to me. Like if you read them later on, you can. But matter of fact, I'm gonna probably reach out to you by tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna check up on you too. Make sure you and your family good. But then we can get this going. So just look forward, y'all. It's gonna be a chop up with brother JD here. It's gonna be epic. Please come back. It's gonna
Yeah.
be epic. And brother, I want you to give me questions about myself. It can be anything.
Right. I got you. All
Right.
No
So
doubt. Write it down over here. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Let me go ahead and lock you in the phone. That way I can go ahead and get this done. Shout out to 183307, my sis, man. She keeping me straight in these spaces, man. She let me know that this was your channel. And I was like, word, let me go check out my people. 183307. You know his sister. You'll know it. We'll chop it up.
yeah. Tell me we on the horn. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's and it make it so bad. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like me and him go back. It's just that sometimes YouTube, it's like certain people like are reconnecting. When I had not know in the past, and it's good. You know what I mean? We got to keep it going though. That's the only thing. We got to keep it going.
Yeah.
I thank you, Sister D Love. Thank you for came there. But if you don't want these, if you want, me and JD, we're gonna be having these talk conversations in the future. If y'all want this conversation, y'all gotta ask for it. Y'all have to want it. You gotta bring people in that wants to be part of this because we gotta start from some. Oh, and I'm gonna drop another gem for you before you leave, brother JD. Stephanie Mills was on somebody's network on YouTube, right?
Oh, word? Okay.
And then they were asking about the R&B. What happened to R&B? And you know what she said? I cannot say it in the exact word, but what she's saying that the R&B they don't want us to be part of it. They want R&B to be I forgot her name and Justin Timberlake. But when it comes to us, they don't want us to be part of it.
I'm gonna say this. You will not defeat true soul. It's embedded in us. Mm-hmm. It's something that's not taught. It's something that comes out through not only the struggles, but the happiness and the joy that we feel. You can't duplicate that. You can replicate it on a record or some type of media file. But in terms of coming up with it from scratch, they can't do that. And I'm talking about people that don't have the talent. Why do you think so many people are remaking old records? Because they ain't got no daggone talent. They don't have it in them. That's the issue. They don't have it. That's why you got so many remakes. And the remakes, I'm gonna be honest with you, are trash. And this is coming from people outside of our race and inside the race. Y'all getting fed a machine that is hyping y'all up and not hyping up your purpose. That's the issue.
And the other issue is this, brother. I'm gonna say a few times. I know you gotta be out. And when they make these remixes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fail to understand the social chimes when the original records came out. They don't acknowledge that. No. It's just a money grab. You know, why you? I mean, like when we talking about the OJs and when you talking about other groups and other people, I mean, when you write about certain that happened to you, you gotta be in a certain. You have to go through some things, and also you have to see some things. Like Marvin, I give you case in point. Marvin Gaye wrote "What's Going On."
Right.
You gotta understand he lost Tammy Terrell the year before that brain tumor, 1970. His brother was in Vietnam. He
Right.
ain't like the things like police brutality and stuff. Let's put this. Police brutality been around for decades. Let's put this out there. Even long before me and JD came to the picture. Him say he was writing about that. He was writing about the world. He was writing the environment. But see, when it comes from a black that person African descent, no. Even Roberta Flack was saying that. Oh no, you nigga, you stay in your place. You talking about, but they said no. We part of human family too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that, as a young black man come from Brooklyn, York, it resonated with me because they was not afraid to talk about certain things. Yo, we know environment. We don't want things to come in our neighborhood. Like the air that I breathe. OJ's made that. Matter of fact, they made that. Ships Ahoy. 73. Go and listen to it, friend. But you know.
Hey, I'm still learning. Look, fam. Look, I definitely hit you up. You got my math. You got the email, man. Definitely hit me up. Like I said, I got to go get to little lady and get to this money a little bit later on. But man, look, I definitely be in the clouds listening. All right, fam.
Yeah, thank you so much, and good to see you. And don't be a stranger.
Definitely won't. God. I got you, fam. Peace.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Tell the family say hi for me.
Will do.
All right. My brother JD75 came here and blessed us. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much to come here. Yeah, I know that brother for a long time. He said the name, it probably went by another name that referred back to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. You know, I mean, I got some people that remember me and stuff. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna keep it going and stuff. Again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. Best of this is Grinder 21st Saturday Family Talk. In parentheses, the panel hashtag the truth and the #1 grind. If y'all can still hear me, press 1, please, because you know got some good stuff here, baby. You know, we got to get back into it. I know Sister D Luck have been asking me at times when I gonna come back to underrated music talk. I will, sister. I will in the future. It's just that, you know. I mean, I want to. I want to. I really do. I want to bring it, but it's gotta be people gotta appreciate it. So you know, and I want people to understand that because you know, throughout the years, Sister D Love and even JD, you know, they used to be in these chats, you know, and so I just they don't want to be a part of it. And so, you know, at one time we was talking here, family. It used to be went up to 8 or 9. Now it went back down to 4 while I was talking to Brother JD. And then why y'all participate in the chat too? No. Gotta be locked in. I hit him up, but yeah. That's what I'm saying. People, you know. But see, we gotta understand people want to go through nonsense and stuff, man. People like they love nonsense. They like drama. They don't like nothing that stimulate the mind, stimulate the soul. They want to have more. Hey, I can't wait to hear next week. You know, when you gonna do it again? You know, but when it comes to nonsense, everybody talk about it. People still talking that P. Diddy thing. Nah, want talking about certain things going on. Oh, people want to, oh yeah, my sexuality is valid. I don't hear about your sexuality. I want to hear that. It's a choice you made. Sexuality, that's a choice. People don't want to hear that that's transpiring in life. People want to keep it goes to men and women. Because I know people going to keep on. Some men say, what about these men? You're right, men do it, but the women do it too. Yeah, both men is some men and some women. Y'all want to keep things going. That's what I appreciate, sisters, like take heed to the message. 12 hours. And others. Always trying to lift us as a people. Always talking about families. Always talking about the black man is important. Talking about each of us played a role. And others, a few others that I miss, I'm sorry. Y'all know who y'all. Some of your women don't even want to get called out for other women or other junk that y'all be talking about. Sister, take heed to the match. She a pig, How is she a pygmy? She happen to be married with a king. But see, I get it. Y'all, she call our brothers, it's fine, right? Because I'm getting on the block, I'm getting on some of the women too. That I can get on the men. They ain't no problem getting on the men. Because we gonna keep it funky straight over here. We call our boat. But I see y'all don't like when another will call you. Listen, you need to be in order. That's why sometimes when the king's not around, family, us as black men, and I'm talking about in the media, we gotta protect our ladies. Like take heed to the message and 12 hours and others. We gotta protect them to make sure let them know that they king, they fine. Because no matter when a woman, this is one thing I know I understood this even when I was very, very young. When a woman fight for men's rights, they even almost more attacked, especially the black one. These are facts. Yeah, we need to you're right. We protect women, kids, but the men need to be protected too. And that's where, like, get back to taking the message 12 hours. They understand the black man place, and other women, I put it like that too. Understand the place that we need to be protected too. That we need to be in peace. So we have to understand that. I get what you're saying, Paul. You're right. But we need to be protected too. And the sad thing about it, some of us as men, we don't like to talk about that. And I get angry, arrogant, irritated about that. And even the women see what's going on, the ones I mentioned, they get irritated about that. Because we're not being protected. There are certain safety nets that we need to have. Even some men don't even wanna open up to. Don't even want to like work. I'm not saying that some do. Some do. They don't want to protect. I'm keeping it real. Some of them just want to be around toxic women, just bash. But do not want to be whole accountable. And let me say this though too. Like I said, and I'm gonna keep on saying, I come from a cloth that the man hold the men accountable, women hold women accountable, men hold women accountable, women hold men accountable. That's the cloth I come from, and I stand on it. Hold on, I got you. Let me rock. Let me rock this. I got you. You definitely gonna come up. So before sometimes they keep on talking about this. What association you around? I find it so stupid. Now I'm talking about son. You would not put up with man shit, right? That is toxic. Get it. But some of your men, you willing to put up some of the women toxicness, right? It's crazy to me. And it goes vice versa too. It's crazy. I mean, it's astronomical for me. I look at it like this, and again, I'm not saying that I know everything, but let me tell you, I didn't live to see 59 years for nothing. I know a little something. I've been through a little something. Because I see men check out. Well, I'm gonna talk more on the men's panel, men's talk too. Men's checking out. And I ain't talking about checking out, they leaving, they checking out. Die more than ever. Nobody don't care for them. They trying to put themselves out there to be wherever it is they checked out. Not there no more. They nothing but a memory. You know, brother Charleston White says something. And I know people, oh, you like Charleston White? There are certain things he's saying, and it's true. It is true. It says when a black man to men, but we're gonna say a black man, we're gonna say men. When people don't respect when he's here. They always respect a man when he's gone. And I'm telling you this, he's right. That's when we respect. And I know there are some men don't like what I said, but it's true. Because I seen it. I know it. There goes the link. There goes the link. You want to come up? Come up, Paul. You want to come up? Come up. Be respectable. That's all I'm saying. So when I'm saying that when we have women that protect us, that knows our struggle. They know our struggle. They ain't been through it, but they know our struggle, and they believe in us. We gotta protect these women. Link, brother, you gonna come up? So we talk truth over. We talk the truth over here. I know that I see the numbers up and down. I know YouTube. I see the numbers up and down. I know. Do the no one grind makes mistakes? Yeah, I made mistake. Yeah. But we talk truth over here. That's an example. When you're a parent or you a person that legal guardian, older people, you gotta set an example for the kids. So the kids will understand this is how you act. This is how you protect. This is how you do things in order. There's a link, brother. You can come up. Everybody will want to talk about Democrat that. I understand. Either party never did anything for us anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But hey, I said, yeah, people that were told Democrat. All right, yeah, I understand you told Democrat, but they're not in power now. Republicans and Democrats. You look at what the Democrat doing. And again, I'm not taking up for the Democrats because I'm not. But hey. What President Obama was saying certain things was very iffy. I'm like looking at them like, but they're not in power. Republicans in power. I see Hakeem Jeffries, what you feel about him and everything. I just know that the Democratic Party, Hakeem Jeffries going hard on the Republicans. If he was, you taking up, I'm not taking it. I'm going by what I see. He going hard. In life, if you know it's the truth, you gotta stand on it. You gotta go hard too, because they're gonna try to say, nah, it ain't the truth. You gotta go hard on them. You gotta stand. You gotta look at them for, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I give you these problems because it's the truth. I give you these problems. Let's go. That's you gotta do that, family. You gotta do that. Because when it comes to truth, there ain't no kumbaya when it comes to truth now. No. Now, there's some people you can deal with accordingly. They get it. And there's some you gotta, what? And what? Hard to find. Like I tell people all the time, I ain't hard to find. I'm not. That's how you gotta treat them. Because some of them are bullies. I learned from my older brothers, my late father, my uncle, older brother. And the bully, you gotta give me their face. What? What? Which one? What? Really? Because sometimes you could be in the corner, mind your business in the truth, and they keep on coming. So, oh man, you got to come out swinging. Want to talk about have the same conversation all the time, all the time. Then when they come, they think you supposed to think about them. Sometimes in the world is bigger than that. It's not about you all the time. When some people used to BS, that's what they get. BS. If y'all can still hear me, press one. Y'all can hear me, press one. There's always something. Always something. Always something. Oh, sorry. So we have to get back that had conversations that has meaningful, that is inspiring. We just cannot just think, oh, everything all right. Everything ain't all right at times. And the ones who rock with me throughout the years, y'all know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. Some man and some woman, y'all know who you are. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got babies to save. We got elder, we got older people to save. And some of them older ones, and sometimes they ain't no better than the young ones. These are facts. I'm waiting for you to pull a little perch. If not, I'll get ready to leave in a few. I remember this back in the 80s, my late mother, right? And we went shopping in Fulton Street down in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to New York, man. Shout out to New York, man. And shout out to our people around the world, our community, stuff, right? And they were talking about protection, right? So my late mother said, so why should a man should protect you and you don't respect him? Maybe you ain't slap it back in your head. She said, why should a man should protect you, but you don't respect him? Oh, he ain't working and stuff, but if he doing anything, help around the house, he's more than a paycheck. And I know there are some men think like that too. And also, a woman bring a lot to the table too. You know, man, you gotta respect that woman. Woman gonna be there for you too. You get in there, make sure to take care of the household, do the necessary thing, pay the bills and stuff. You need to respect that too. And also, you to give the nourishment to keep you going too. Gotta respect that. You gotta respect that, man. And maybe, and like a good bad. And maybe that man and women, maybe that man do not have a job. You still think of less than, or even a woman? You trying to say they cannot bring nothing to help out, bring something to the table? Long as they keep the household running. Hmm? Make sure, especially kids, make sure the nourishment is there. Make sure that the kids see that the man and the woman could work together no matter what circumstances and times it is it. Because the kids gotta see that. Oh, so when they become grown, oh, okay. Show them lifetime skills. How to pay bills, how to cook, how to clean the house, to work in good health. The money only supposed to be as a necessity to enhance to be better. Not vice versa. If y'all can hear me, press 1. But see, y'all not. You see, outside, even in say some of you're not ready. You're not ready for these conversations. You're not. You're not. You're not ready for these conversations because y'all think what I'm saying, and other people think like me. Oh, it just past time. That ain't a past time. It applies right now. Why do you think the family unit is all messed up right now? Why? Oh, grind, number one grind. You picking. What about you? What about you? I'm talking about myself too. But the one thing that you felt, yeah, I live in an apartment. I live by myself. But you know what? I could put my key in the door. I mean, y'all can say that. Now, the ones that live with their parents, that you got to take care of them, not talking about you. And there even some they even had their own life, but they still take care. They go take care of their parents because the sickness and all of that. So I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all keep up the good work. And I can't imagine how you feel. Do you see your own parents is suffering? So I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones that live with their parents. Still do for them. They can still do for themselves. But these are the same ones one of got nerve to run their mouths. I remember I went to one of my one they's coming back. My I went to one of my late youngest brother things with my late parents. My late younger brother, he was down central. But that's my man though. You know? He was named after my grandfather Thomas. And they was making fun as people making fun at them and everything. But it's so funny how y'all make fun at them and they get older. They not live, they live by themselves and they take care of themselves. They put their key in the door. Y'all don't put your key in the door. You still live with your mother and father. How you make fun of them? And some of them budget they money better than you, and you got more money than them. And when you help somebody, supposed to help somebody genuinely. Don't put them count. See, that's what I learned. You help somebody, you help somebody. That's it. Because I know I almost got caught years ago, and I have to correct myself. I have to re-examine and listen to my parents and others. You don't have to listen to them on grind. You don't have to listen to me. I ain't talking about the ones in the chat. I ain't talking about y'all. You want to listen to y'all still want to listen to the ones that are toxic? I'm talking about man on woman. You still want to listen to them and whatever it is, y'all go right ahead and see how life gonna treat you then, and even now. Watch. Yeah, I should have listened to Grinder. Oh, I should listen to this person. Oh, I should. Well, too late then. You gotta deal with it. Gotta get that out. How many people can say that? Think about it. How many people can say that? That want to learn from their mistakes. It's not easy. No, it's not. But how many people can say that? Not many. So when we talk about music, it covers all that when we talk about. Pay attention, make you feel good. But also pay attention to the message. It moves you sometimes do the right. Sometimes they make sometimes music that indirectly to make you do better. But as long as you do it, D Love, that's what counts. There's a lot of people thinking, they think that they're okay. That's why I coined eternal learning, marathon of life. You always got to consistently learn. Never think, oh yeah, I got better. So you got better in one level. There's another level you got to get better in. Eternal learning never stops. So my people, we don't want to have these talks. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. Yes, I agree with that. But we don't want to. You know? Yes, self accountability. Yes, that's why it'd be so. You know what, D. It'd be so good that we can have these talks continue right. Because I know it's up to JD. We're still talking right now, and y'all still listening. But I know that he has to. He got to do the family thing. See, priorities. And we go, and then soon later we gonna do. We gonna do. We gonna have a chopper. JD gonna come in. We gonna chop it up. It's a popularity. Oh, I'm saying come to my channel because you enjoy what I do. Don't come to my channel because you know somebody. Or that person good. I want you to check out my channel myself. Check out the channel yourself. Yeah, we can. We supposed to. We don't. I don't want to keep on talking about the same thing. This and that. I want to feel stimulated. Do you don't want to do it? Yeah. Yeah. Probably in a way, yes, it does. Let me go talk about Sister D Love. You told Sister D Love? Oh, yeah. Let me put a title Sister D Love on. Oh, D Love this and that. Shit. I bet you fooled up there. Oh, yeah, yo. Oh, mess with the ground and this and that. Oh, I bet you fooled up there, huh? Thing that is good, is transparent, do yourself, somebody, y'all, majority of y'all don't want to hear that. You know. Let's see. Pull a porch. Don't you coming out? Let me put the link. Maybe the link. I know it happens sometimes. Pull up. Come on up. Yeah. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. I'm gonna give, like I've been saying, I'm gonna give a few minutes, you know. But I want, you know, in case people come through, they want to come up. I want to give them some time to come up. Oh, it's 1:42. All right, that's it. It's been like 2 hours. I think I said enough. But shout out to JD 75. Thank you so much, brother, to come up. And thanks for the rest of y'all coming to chat and pay, you know, y'all participating. Very much appreciated. I want to thank y'all so much. I really do. I really appreciate this. No, really appreciate this. Because y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all come here and y'all greatly appreciate it. What you fixing before I get on? What you fixing? Sister D-Love. Thank you. What you fixing? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. But I'll get ready to head out of here. Great afternoon to everybody. I'll probably come back tonight. I might come back tonight. I see how I feel. Mo, probably come back tonight. This is the last Grind the 21st Saturday Family Talk open panel. Hashtag the truth. The number one grinder. Hope you had a blessed day. And just hang in there. It will get better. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hopefully, you know, we can have more talks about music and other stuff. Hope people be more people next time to participate. So much blessings to y'all. This one. Okay. Thank y'all. Let's hit the lights up. Let's hit the lights up and share this out. And send your comments. Want to know how you feel? Send your comments. Right? On behalf of my channel, Honorary Doctors, yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Have a blessed one. This one is Ghost. Peace out. Get host. Peace to you and your family.